Latest on the shooting at LAX. We're learning more this morning about the suspect, Paul Ciancia, who's now facing federal murder charges as we learn more about what actually happened in the moment of crisis and what exactly was written on that note he was carrying in his bag. ABC's David Wright has been covering this story from the jump, and he's at LAX once again this morning. David, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. This morning, the alleged gunman is in a hospital room a few miles away from here, said to be unresponsive after a gunshot wound to the head. If he ever does regain consciousness, he'll now face charges that could carry the death penalty. The criminal complaint filed in federal court Saturday includes chilling new details about the rampage. The FBI says Ciancia was dropped off at LAX Friday morning. In his bag, a Smith & Wesson assault rifle like this one, with 5 extra magazines, fully loaded. The FBI alleges Ciancia walked up to the TSA checkpoint and fired multiple shots at point-blank range at a TSA officer.
And in these circumstances, the defendant faces either maximum penalty of life without the possibility of parole or the potential of the imposition of the death penalty.
According to the complaint, as he moved up the escalator, he looked back at the wounded officer, who in video appeared to move, and returned to shoot the officer again, killing him. Ciancia then allegedly gunned down at least 2 more TSA officers. A chase through the terminal ended at the food court near the boarding gates, where airport police shot him 4 times.
He made a conscious decision to kill multiple TSA employees.
The FBI says the handwritten letter found in his bag erased any doubt about that. The FBI says the letter, signed by Ciancia, addresses the TSA directly and says he intended to, quote, instill fear on your traitorous minds. The widow of Gerardo Hernandez, the 39-year-old father of 2 who found himself in the line of fire, read a brief statement to reporters outside their home.
I am truly devastated, and we are all heartbroken and will miss him dearly.
This morning, those iconic pillars of light, the symbol of LAX, 100 feet tall, are lit TSA blue in honor of the slain TSA man. As of this morning, all terminals, all airlines are back to normal operations here. But as you can imagine, for the folks who work here and for the folks traveling through, it's going to take a while to shake what happened, Bianna.
So many people still rattled by that event. All right, David, our thanks to you. Well, while the suspect's motive remains a mystery this morning, we are learning more about the people who knew him. There are warning signs that could hold clues as to why he went on the shooting spree targeting TSA workers. And ABC's Gio Benitez has been covering this story for us. Hey, Gio.
Hey, Bianna, good morning to you. Some of Paul Ciancia's high school classmates have said he was bullied and that nobody really knew him, that he was a so-called loner, and really just his life was a secret. This morning, a clearer picture of 2 different Paul Ciancias, the man allegedly responsible for Friday's shooting rampage and the French horn player classmates from this Delaware Catholic school remember as an introvert, perhaps even a target for bullies.
This guy was in my senior class. It's blowing everyone's mind. Everyone's kind of shocked.
Jeff Skidmore says he saw Ciancia every morning for at least 3 years.
Yeah, he was a loner, like at lunch, he'd sit by himself.
Ciancia graduated in 2008, moving to Los Angeles. We've learned he lived in this apartment building in a well-to-do neighborhood. John Mincy was his roommate.
I'm absolutely shocked. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it.
Sources say a note found at Friday's scene shows Ciancia may have anti-government views.
There was never any kind of about any hatred or any hatred group or anything like that.
Ciancia moved out in February.
He said he was going back to Jersey, going to work for his dad and making amends with family problems.
Instead, police say Ciancia sent an ominous text message to his younger brother, talking about possible suicide. Now he's accused of murdering a TSA officer, and sources say it appears he was ready to die in the LAX shootout. And that high school classmate tells us it was a small school, everybody knew each other, but for some reason they say Paul Ciancia just kept to himself. Only a few people there in that school kept to themselves, and that Paul Ciancia was just one of them.
Sometimes this is something we often hear in cases like this. Gio, thank you.